Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Jake. Jake's from England in the UK. So let's see what Jake has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Jake. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks, you.
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
No problem.
So, tell me, how's your day going so far?
Uh, Not bad. Yeah, it's all right so far. I've spent morning with my son. Just dropped him
Uh-huh.
back off at home.
Oh, so tell me, what was the highlight of your weekends so far? Long weekend.
Uh, I having an extra day off work meant that I could spend more time with my son. So it stayed with me for an extra day, which meant I had more time to spend with him, which is the most important thing to me.
Totally. Oh, how old is your son?
He's one, but he's going to turn two on the 7th of next month. So
Oh my
very
God.
soon. Yeah.
And you have just one kid?
No, I've got a 9-year-old as well, a 9-year-old daughter.
Sweet, very sweet. Tell me where you're from, Jake.
I'm from Barnsley, which is in Yorkshire.
Born and raised?
Yeah, yeah.
So tell me something interesting about your town.
I'm trying to think. We've got there's a few famous cricket players on a cricket umpire.
Okay.
Darren Gough, who were from Barnsley, I believe.
Wow.
John Stones, the
Wow.
Manchester City player, he's from Barnsley.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
And
Uh,
how far are you from London?
from London. I'm not sure miles, but it's quite far. I think about 6 hours away, driving 6, 7 hours.
I see. Amazing. And tell me what do you do for work for a living, Jake?
I am at the moment. I think it's called something about credit. It's credit rehabilitation. Basically, that's the name of it.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a customer service advisor that basically works with customers to get repayment plans,
I see. I see.
but but in an empathetic way rather than aggressive, if that makes sense.
I see. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, when I was checking your profile, there was a phrase there that got my attention. It says there, life in black and white until it feels right. So what do you mean by that?
Um, Quite a lot of things to be fair. You might have opened up a big box saying that, but I'm 30 years old. And for the longest time, since as long as I can remember, I've always felt like I didn't fit um anywhere. Like I were always too loud, too quiet, too like hyper, too silly, too smart. You know, and it made me change like a chameleon, change how I was around people. But you know what I mean? I sort of got wise to it and learned to be a certain way around different groups of people and different places. My family, like at school, you know what I mean? And I were a different person in each place, which led me to a point where I was like 21 in my first relationship with my first child. And I went through a lot of things, let's just say. And after that relationship, I were on my own for the first time where I had to like work out who I
Mm-hmm.
was again. Do you know what I mean? Um, and then I got myself into a position with where I basically got in a new relationship where I had my son, which again that relationship didn't work. So I'm back on my own again now. But basically, when I'm going through life, I always feel like I don't fit wherever I go. And as I get older, I'm starting to realize I am different, but it's a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I do
Totally.
think I do think I'm probably got ADHD and I might have a bit of autism as well when I look into it. But I don't like labels at the same time. I don't have a passion to go and get that categorized on myself. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I just want to embrace being me. And when I feel like I can be happy again is when I feel like life will be in color again for me. But right now I'm going through a time where it's black and white. Like I feel like there's no color in the world. Like yeah.
No, I think events in life always, as you said about getting older, you try to see life in a different way. You look back and you see things that happened to us, you know what I mean? And suddenly about
Yeah.
ADHD as well, something that people they never talk about before, and autism as well. I think all of us will have those, and sometimes it's difficult for us to fit in certain category because sometimes you just want to be. They're not category. You just want to be you. You just want to kind of
Yeah,
express
yeah,
who you are. So I get your point.
yeah,
I totally understand.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
In the end of the day, we are just navigating through life, trying to find our own path. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And everybody goes through the same things, but in different ways. Like,
Yeah, totally.
um, I don't know if you're familiar with music, but that's like my passion at the moment is I've never had a singing lesson in my life, but I just love to sing. So when I'm going through an hard time, I just upload videos of myself singing. Um, and the thing with that is like the way I listen to music is different to like I don't listen to like I'm not listening to the sound, I'm listening to the words. Do you know what I mean? Every single word. And if so, I might listen to a rap song 1 minute, and then I might be listening to reggae, or I might be listening to metal because I'm not listening to what's going on in the background. I'm listening to the words. And
Yeah,
sorry, back to the point that I was going to make, and this is what I do. I go off on tangents a lot. Like I'll when I speak, I'd like jump off to different categories. But the point where there's an Ed Sheeran song called "End of Youth," and the way I listen to that song is exactly how I see life right now, which is basically as you're growing older through your youth, you're open to life. You're open to everything with open arms. Your heart's open, like to relationships, to everything. And you, as you get older, you get wiser. You learn there's different types of people to stay away from, and do you know what I mean? And you
totally.
sort of things will happen to you along the way where you'll learn that right. I'm no longer a child, and I've learned what I need to learn. Do you know what I mean? And now
Absolutely.
now I can focus on building the best version of me. So that's sort of yeah.
Actually, I made a note here about your singing videos as well. I wanted to double check and check a little bit more with you. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a little bit more about your life and also about your journey so far. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
Jake, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change. Okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. First question is, what's the best advice have you ever given?
Best advice I've ever given or had given, sorry.
You have given to someone?
I have given to someone. Um, you can't live life without making a mistake. Every mistake's a lesson.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, saying that, what's the meaning of life for you?
To make sure that everything I've learned along the way in my life, I pass on to my kids so that they can live their life better than I did, and so that their kids they can then pass on what they learned from me to their kids. And that's it.
Tell me a life lesson that life has taught you that you feel very grateful for.
At the time, I wouldn't have seen it that way, but my first relationship falling apart basically. At the time, I wouldn't have said that, but it meant that I got my second blessing, which is my son.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I see.
yeah.
Okay. Amazing. Next question. Okay, Jake from England. Next question is, what is the happiest day in your life so far, and why you consider that?
It might be boring, but I'd have to say my children been born again. Both of them, like, though obviously they both, like I said at the start, they both have different mothers, but being there for both of them is a very big thing to me,
Wow.
and something that I remember for both of them. So yeah.
So tell me, of course, your two kids, they have 9 years difference between them. So tell me the feeling when your first child was born. Tell me the day, did you get emotional? It was, walk me through a little bit. And the second one as well, did you kind of, it was, let's say, more, because you knew already the feeling, so it was more kind of easier. How did you go for both of them?
So they were both different experiences. So my daughter, she's 9 now, but she was born on the 7th of March. I remember the time exactly that she was born. It was 25 past midnight on the 7th of March, and
Wow.
she weighed 7 pounds 7. That always stuck in my head because at the time I was like 21, so I were big on, like, I wanted to remember these things. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So with that one, it sort of took a while. Her mum was like, yeah, she was in labour for a while, basically. So it was a journey, but it was also beautiful, and I got to cut the cord. And a good thing as well is I got to name both my children. So yeah.
Oh,
And then my son, it was actually 7 years after the 7 years difference between them. Sorry. But
oh, 7 years.
yeah,
Okay.
one's 9 and one's almost 2.
Okay.
But yeah, my son, he was born via. Sorry, I was saying my daughter was born naturally. My son wasn't. He was born with a section, so that was an
Okay.
entirely different experience completely. With
Mm-hmm.
my son, I think because I could see more, I was sort of panicking more. But both when he arrived and he came out, I had the same reaction. Like I cried for both of them.
Oh,
So yeah, it would just get more scary with my son because he also didn't breathe for a few, like, it was only like 30 seconds, but it felt like forever. You know, it was normal, and they said that, but it still worried us. But yeah, they were both amazing times. Yeah.
tell me, so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your kids?
Probably just to slow down and stop worrying. Um, Especially, sorry, I'm getting emotional here thinking about it. My
Oh,
son,
okay.
especially from my son especially, he's like I say, he's almost 2, and as parents, I think we give ourselves like too much stick and think they expect more than they need more than they do. Do you know what I mean? And really, they just need your time. Time's the most important thing,
Oh,
and I think it has took me. It probably has took me a long time to realize that, but it's part of life that I've learned that. Do you know what I mean?
oh, yeah. I think we learn with kids more than we think. You know what I mean? I think somebody somebody told me once that when you feel sad for some reason, when you feel a bit melancholic, spend some time with a 2, 3 year old child or with an 80-year-old elderly person.
Yeah, yeah,
Trust
yeah,
me. After that, I even got goosebumps now. After that, you're gonna feel the happiest. You're gonna learn something new. You're gonna appreciate life more. So I get your points. I get why you get emotional
yeah,
as well. I think kids, we learn a lot with them. I think they're, you know, of course we are there for them. They need us,
yeah,
to
yeah,
grow and this and that. But if you pay attention to them, you're gonna learn a lot, and you're gonna appreciate and see life in a better way. That's, and being a parent like you can tell for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, amazing. Good one.
yeah. Sorry.
Next question. Okay, so before the next question, tell me how music came into your life.
How what? Sorry.
Music came into your life.
Uh, honest answer, just singing in the bath.
Really?
um, yeah, and people like it started with like my mum said I were okay. Well, my mum, no, she didn't. She said I were really good, but I didn't want to take her word for it. So then I started like in school. I'd start to sing a little bit in front of people and gauge their reaction. And some people said I were good then. So then I sort of built a bit more confidence and a bit more confidence. And now I just sort of, I mean, my relationship with music is I use it for everything to get through everything. But I think that also helps with my singing because, like I said, I've never had a lesson in my life, but I'd like to say I'm pretty good at it because I use emotion to sing. So
Wow.
I'm normally thinking of like how I relate to the song in my head when I'm singing it, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Um, and I try to put that through my voice. So yeah, I mean, I didn't used to have a lot of confidence, but I'm trying to find it, and that's what my basically my channel is all about. I'm just posting videos of myself singing, trying to build my confidence and show people that you can get through hard times. Just sing or smile or find your way. I had someone message me the other day on TikTok saying, "Your voice is amazing. I wish I had a voice like yours." And
Wow.
I replied to him saying, "Everyone's got a voice like mine. You've just got to find a way to use it."
Wow.
So yeah,
And when, yeah, yeah,
but
carry on.
I was gonna say that don't always mean singing. Like everyone's got a voice. It's just what I meant by it. What a deeper meaning. What I meant by it. Obviously, I meant everyone's got a way to speak or say what they want to say. You just got to find your way to do it.
Wow. And tell me, when was the time that you start feeling more confident about yourself singing and you started posting your videos on TikTok? Did something happen or just felt like, you know what, let me express my music, let me express the way I am through my voice?
I realized that a lot of the things that were holding me back were my own head, like
Yeah.
what I thought people were gonna say about it. Mainly like people close to me, people that I'm going to come into contact with close in my life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I got to the point where I'm like, I need to, because my daughter also likes singing. This is the thing, and I wanted to show her that she needs to be confident. So I thought, let's do it. So I just do that. It started. I was making the videos and I used to post them to TikTok, but then send them to my daughter. And then it built up to a point where she wanted to be in one with me, so she'd sing one with me. Um,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it just went from there really. Like yeah.
I mean,
Um, I just like doing it, and I keep doing it.
totally. I think you're doing completely right. I think you need to, when you have a talent, Jake, I think you need to explore. Don't be shy about it. You know, people, don't be afraid or shy to express yourself, to put your words out there. You know what I mean? Just as you said about it, sometimes just in our head
Yeah,
blocking us, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of, to be scared of. You just need to go there and put it out. You know, people are going to appreciate, like this person send you a message regarding your voice, and I think that's the way to be. You know, just don't listen to the voice there, you know, like stopping you. Just go for it. You know what I mean? And you never know what thing is gonna happen. And I think singing is a talent that I wish I had for sure. I think it's something that singing is about, you know, express yourself, you put your emotions, connect with people. I think music overall connects people. And I think yeah, keep going. I think don't stop, because if you feel like you have this talent, it's your voice, just explore it, you know, put it out. I think that's the way to be for sure.
yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Next question is, describe yourself in one positive and one negative word only.
A positive, loyal.
Okay.
Uh, Negative, overthinker.
Wow. What's your star sign astrology, Jake?
Libra.
Libra. So you're October.
Yeah.
October. Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Jake? What do you like the most about being you?
I like that whenever I'm asked my perspective on anything, it's always different to whatever anyone else says.
Uh-huh. And always,
And go on, sorry.
so carry on, carry on.
I was gonna say I used to find it a problem that I sort of have no filter. I just say what comes to my head. I can't stop myself. Um, it's obviously been a good thing and a bad thing through life. But I used to hate it, but now I love it because it means that when every experience that people have with me is genuine, and
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, they're getting the same version of me because I will just say what I think, regardless. So I like that some people will come to me from my perspective because they know I'll just tell them exactly what I feel. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a yes man or out like that. I'll just say what I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Cool. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question for you is, usually, what is the first thing that you think about when you wake up?
My daughter.
Oh, why is that?
I've not seen her for 9 weeks. Again, I've used singing to get through. Do you know what I mean? I think in the situation that I'm in, I think I'm sort of being put towards trying to get a reaction out of me, and I'm not doing that. I'm just using the music to keep a clear head, a level head, and do the right thing to make sure I can see my daughter again. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I just think a big lesson is in life when you wake up every day, keep what's important. Like make sure that what's important to you is the first thing you think about when you wake up, and the last thing you think about when you go to sleep, because you'll bring it back, like you bring it to life, and do you know what I mean? You make sure that that's your goal every day. So, yeah,
Totally.
always work towards something, and that's what I'm working towards at the minute, is seeing my daughter again.
And besides your daughter, which person in your family, in your life, you feel more, of course, besides your son as well, both of them, which person in your life or in your family feel more close to right now?
Probably my auntie.
Mm-hmm.
She's my mum's sister.
Okay.
She's sort of had a similar experience in life to me, or she, or not. She sort of feels things the same way I do, should I say? So I find it easy to talk to her. Because when I talk to certain people about things, you sort of expect. Do you know, like when you open up to someone, or you try to, sometimes you expect a certain answer, or you know what they're going to say anyway. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just want someone to listen. You don't want a response. Sometimes you just want someone to listen and then walk away, and that's what she does. So she doesn't sort of give me her what she thinks about this, or what she just listens to what I've got to say and then walks away. And anytime I mean, I try not to need her, but anytime I've needed someone, or you know what I mean, or something, she's always every time helped me. So yeah, just probably my
Oh.
auntie.
Okay, so your aunt is watching this interview right now, and you have a moment and opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? She's watching.
I love you. Thanks for everything you do for me.
Oh, very sweet. Send my regards from me to her, okay?
I will do.
2 questions left. Let's do it. You like dancing, Jake?
No, I mean, when I'm drunk, probably, but not normally. No. I like
Right.
watching. I like
Yeah,
watching dancing, but I'm not a big dancer.
I see. Okay, before the next question, tell me 3 names of 3 artists in the music industry that you always be inspired by. 3 names.
Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
NF.
Okay.
And James TW.
Okay. So one day you're gonna wake up in the morning with 3 missed calls on your phone from those 3 people just mentioned right now. Which one you call back straight away? Which one you send a message? I call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, you just go like, I can talk to them another time. Tell me.
I'd ring Ed Sheeran straight back, and then I'd not
Okay.
stop ringing until he answered. I would message. I'd
Who?
message James TW, and I'd Yeah, I'd leave the NF one and worry about it later.
Oh, tough one, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, next question is: tell me something that your best friends, what do they do that always comforts you?
Always comforts me.
Yeah.
Um, this might sound crazy, but when they bully me, or not, well, not bully, but when they banter with me, have banter with me. Um,
Okay.
that's when I know they've been normal. Do you know what I mean? That's when I know everything's all right. When not when not I mean like when we're all doing it together, when we're all joking and laughing, and yeah, that's sort of always comforting when you know that they're okay. Because I'm a worrier and a thinker, so I like to know that my friends are okay as well. So i- if they're quiet, then I know that there's something wrong. Same as they do with me, and if they're laughing, joking, and we're all having a good time, then we're all okay. And yeah.
And your best friends, they live the same town as you?
Yeah, my very best friends do. Yeah, I've got two very close friends.
I see. Okay.
I've got one friend that I went to school with from being 3 years old, so he knows everything about
Wow.
me. He's a best friend. Yeah,
Oh, wow. And it's still best friends since 3 year old.
yeah,
That's amazing. Oh, wow. That's great. I think it's so important to have those friendships that you've been through for so long in our life. I think it's amazing to have those people around us.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Last question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last question. Jake, before the last question, tell me what music has taught you so far.
That everyone's got a story.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's got something to say. Everyone's got everyone's got an experience, but it's also very similar. Like everything, like music is so relatable. Even if the words don't fit exactly to your story, you'll find some. Do you know what I mean? You'll find some connection with them. Um, to be honest, it's everything to me. Music, everything. It's the way I cope with things. It's the way I like to wake up. It's the way I like to go to sleep. You know, it's just everything.
Wow. Amazing. Okay. Oh, last question is tough question now. If someone gave you an envelope with your death date inside of it, would you open it or not? And why?
Um, no,
Tell me why.
no. I feel like that's already written. Um, there probably is not theoretically, there probably is an envelope with that date on it, but I don't need to know when it is. I just know that I know what I need to get done before that comes. Um, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be 40 years from now. Do you know what I mean? There's no point sitting and dwelling on it. Just crack on and do what you've got to do. Um, I think if I knew the date, then it just fill me with worry, panic, and make me want to rush my life. Um, Everything's already written, and everything that happens is meant to happen. So stop worrying about when you die and just live your life.
Totally. Yes, I agree with you for sure. Right, let's play. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to give away some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay,
Yeah.
let's start with money. One word.
Gun,
Family.
friends,
Fear.
heights,
Life.
roller coaster,
Okay. Love.
hate,
Religion.
no comment.
Okay. One word for sex.
Marriage,
Politics.
rubbish,
Friendship.
important,
Desire.
not important,
Regret.
non-existent,
Success.
Always.
Wish.
Dream.
Happiness.
Sadness.
One word for England.
Home.
And the last one now, music. One word.
Life.
Wow. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your aunt for a coffee, and I'm going to ask her, tell me the most beautiful thing about Jake. And also tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on. What should say?
Probably my confidence. She'd tell me to believe in myself, and she'd probably tell you my voice. Because she's sort of the one that made me believe in myself in the first place.
Uh-huh. Oh, sweet. Very sweet.
I'm an emotional person, sorry.
It's all right. Let's play now, Jake and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. Before asking the question, when people come to see your page on TikTok, when they watch your videos of you singing, what's something that would you like people to take with them when they listen to your voice, when they listen to you singing, when you see your videos on TikTok?
I just hope that have a listen and enjoy, and like a lot of the time the songs that I'm choosing to sing are songs that like make you feel a certain way or make you feel something. So yeah, if you sort of if you enjoy and everything, let me know as well. That's probably a big thing, because you do see a lot of times on TikTok a lot of the same people will keep watching but never say anything. Yeah, just come and say hi. Let's enjoy the music together. And yeah,
Sweet.
that's pretty much it.
Okay, you can ask me a question now, Jake.
So if you could only go to one country again, like one country for the rest of your life, you got to live there and stay, what country would you choose and why?
Oh my God, you put me really in the spot right now. My God. I'm originally from Brazil. Yeah, I left Brazil when I was 19 years old. I moved to Portugal. I lived in Portugal 5 years before I moved to England, and I've been in London most of my life. Right, tough question now. And I love traveling. I love Canada. My godson lives there with my best friends. I have great friends, in Spain, in other part of the world. You put me in the spot, Jake. I love the question. I love you challenging. I love the challenge. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna be cheeky, a little bit cheeky with my answer. Yeah. Right. If I would choose a war, oh my God, it's very difficult for me because you put me in the spot because I love Brazil. Brazil is my roots, the place where I find myself. Okay. Right now, right this moment, I'm going to say England, London, because I think I've been here most of my life, and I think England, London has taught me a lot, about myself. It challenged me a lot as well. I think it's a place where, my God, I could just know the person who I am, explore the person who I am, be in London. Because if I would be in any other place, I just mentioned in Brazil or other places that I love, like Portugal, I don't think I'd be able to explore, the real William here. And I think London is the place that I had up and downs, I had lessons, I made mistakes, I made good decisions. I think London is a place where it challenges you, and I like to be challenged. And I think the only way you get to know yourself better, you kind of find yourself. And I think I'm grateful for that. Sometimes you think like, oh my God, I'm meant to be here. And I have this feeling when I think about London, it was in my plans. It's so fascinating how life takes in a direction that you're not expecting. Back in Brazil, I never thought in my life I would live in London one day, and in England. I never thought about that. And suddenly life brought me here, and I'm very grateful for it. So I would say London. And when I said that, I'm going to be cheeky because here, my friends, my family, they can come to see me. So it's easy for, I mean, easy, but it's a place where I can connect easily with other people that
Yeah.
I love, people that, and London is always London is always a place where people, they come and they feel like, wow, I live in London. I'm in London right now. So I think, yeah, answer to your question, I think I would say London, England, because it's a place where I'm very grateful for, because I've learned a lot being here, and so yeah, I would say London right now for sure. Yeah, great question. You put me in spot straight away. Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview, Jake?
Yeah, we're good that, yeah.
Thanks again.
Enjoyed it.
Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for being so kind and accept my invitation. And again, carry on with your music, carry on with your passion. You know what I mean? Use your voice to express your emotions. You are doing that already. I think it's a good place to be when you are feeling down, when you're feeling happy, when you feel challenged, when you feel that they're not way out. And for you to go and sing is a therapy. It's a therapy for you to calm yourself down, and you are doing something. So carry on with your music, your voice. I watched some of your videos, and I think it's amazing for you to be able to do that. So explore your talent, your gifts. Yeah. Some people, they would love to have this gift. So make the most of it. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. You're scared. You know what I mean? Just go for it, and don't listen to the negative voice around. That will come for sure. So keep going with your page and your music, and you never know where it can take you. And I just hope that, I'm sure things gonna be okay. It will be right between you and your kids, and you're gonna start a different direction. And it's just life's like that. Life sometimes challenges. We go through life in tough moments, but it's in the end always turns right. Always things gonna go right. Sometimes not easy if you don't find way out, but trust me, things gonna be always right, because it always does. Things always get in the right place. So keep going. That's the only thing we can do, is just to keep going for sure. Okay?
That's it. Yep.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Before you go, Jake, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Yeah, so don't worry too much about tomorrow. Worry about today. You've already woke up so many times from all the problems that you didn't think you'd be able to wake up from, or that you didn't think you'd get through. You've already done it, so you can keep going. Always keep going.
Amazing. Yeah, totally agree. Keep going, just keep moving, and things gonna be right in the right time for sure. Amazing.
That's it.
All right. So thanks again. Thanks for the interview. Regards to your kids, to your family, to your aunts as well. And you keep in touch. It was a pleasure having you on the show, okay?
Yes, you too.
Take
Thank
care.
you. It's been a pleasure.
Enjoy
Take
your
care.
day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why do you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.